start writing, no matter what. The water does not flow until the faucet is turned on. People who belittle people will be little people and will accomplish very little. Oh, don't cry. I'm so sorry I cheated so much, but that's the way things are. The mind once enlightened cannot again become dark. Being born is like being kidnapped and then sold into slavery. A man's concern, even his despair, over the worthwhileness of life is an existential distress, but by no means a mental disease. Oh, for the years I have not lived, but only dreamed of living. Every immigrant who comes here should be required within 5 years to learn English or leave the country. When you lose your smile, you lose your way in the chaos of life. There's no backward and no forward, no day other than this. You fill your card as you go, and that's that. It's life. You don't figure it out. You just climb up on the beast and ride. In order that all men may be taught to speak truth, it is necessary that all likewise should learn to hear it. People who keep stiff upper lips find that it's damn hard to smile. Here's to freedom. Cheers to art. Here's to having an excellent adventure, and may the stopping never start. Monsters are real, and ghosts are real too. They live inside us, and sometimes they win. The art of being wise is knowing what to overlook. We are good to others only because we think that that is, or will be, good for us. Intellectual growth should commence at birth and cease only at death. We crave for new sensations but soon become indifferent to them. The wonders of yesterday are today common occurrences. When you are measuring life, you are not living it. Before I can live with other folks, I've got to live with myself. The one thing that doesn't abide by majority rule is a person's conscience. Do your work, then step back. The only path to serenity. You don't have to eat less. You just have to eat right. Parents can only give good advice or put them on the right paths, but the final forming of a person's character lies in their own hands. If I have seen further than others, it is by standing upon the shoulders of giants. Happiness does not come from without, it comes from within. Down with hell and heaven and all the religious fuss infinity pleased our parents 1 inch looks good to us. The sharpest minds often ruin their lives by overthinking the next step, while the dull win the race with eyes closed. Knowledge, like air, is vital to life. Like air, no one should be denied it. There is no doubt fiction makes a better job of the truth. Don't judge your success by what people think of you. You are your own success. Your determination and perseverance is what matters. We cannot go far in life if we only take the path that everyone is taking. Sometimes I can hear my bones straining under the weight of all the lives I'm not living. Early to bed and early to rise makes a man healthy, wealthy, and wise. Success sometimes may be defined as a disaster put on hold. Qualified. Has to be. If you want to live a happy life, tie it to a goal, not to people or things. Once in a while it really hits people that they don't have to experience the world in the way they have been told to. History, Stephen said, is a nightmare from which I'm trying to awake. The goal of education is to enable individuals to continue their education. A star may be far, but I still see the light. That's hope, and I have it. Always remember people who have helped you along the way, and don't forget to lift someone up. If something is important, it deserves to be experienced deeply. To live without philosophizing is in truth the same as keeping the eyes closed without attempting to open them. A truth is what it is. A lie, a thought-out deception more brutal than a truth could ever be. Rich people plan for 3 generations, poor people plan for Saturday night. That which we persist in doing becomes easier to do. Not that the nature of the thing has changed, but that our power to do has increased. Freedom is the right to tell people what they do not want to hear. If I had a shiny gun, I could have a world of fun speeding bullets through the brains of the folks that cause me pains, smiley face. This is how you start to get respect, by offering something that you have. If you don't have any shadows, you're not in the light. You cannot score a goal when you are sitting on the bench. To do so, you have to dress up and enter the game. We never know which lives we influence or win or why. Sometimes we are so attached to our way of life that we turn down wonderful opportunities simply because we don't know what to do with it. You know, the minute you stop thinking about it, it'll happen. Integrity is doing what is right and truthful, and doing as you say you would do. You must be the change you wish to see in the world. Your life will not end with death. You are immortal. You are always there, and you always will be. Go out in the woods. Go out. If you don't go out in the woods, nothing will ever happen, and your life will never begin. Be noble like the sun. Let even those who resent you for shining benefit from your warmth. The only thing standing between you and your dreams is reluctance. I can kill a bad guy, but I can't save anyone. I'm not a hero. All I am is a killer. A dead killer who shit his pants. Once you really know yourself, can't nobody tell you nothing about you. Stress is a consequence of negative happenings or impact in life, but important is how to overcome it. You may be the only person left who believes in you, but it's enough. It takes just one star to pierce a universe of darkness. Never give up. All things when as forgotten scream for help in dreams. Sisters in battle, I am shield and blade to you. As I breathe, your enemies will know no sanctuary. While I live, your cause is mine. You can't do anything about the length of your life, but you can do something about its width and depth. The way to get started is to quit talking and begin doing. You are, after all, what you think. Your emotions are the slaves to your thoughts, and you are the slave to your emotions. Don't leave it all unsaid, somewhere in the wasteland of your head. We are supposed to call poison medicine, and we wonder why we're always sick. I hear my silence talked of in every lane. The suppression of a cry is itself a cry of pain. But truly, if I were not Alexander, I would be Diogenes. I will not deny, but that the best apology against false accusers is silence and sufferance, and honest deeds said against dishonest words. Sometimes what seems like a destination is actually a bridge to a new chapter. Truth is that which makes a people certain, clear, and strong. Bring forward what is true. Write it so that it is clear. Defend it to your last breath. You can jail a revolutionary, but you can't jail the revolution. Why can you see the stars at night, but not the light? To touch the soul of another human being is to walk on holy ground. Feel your emotions, live true your passions, keep still your mind. Food is not merely a means of satiating our hunger, but a source of sustenance that fuels our existence. There's no point in wishing. We can't change anything about the past. We can only remember. We can only move forward. In the high country of the mind, one has to become adjusted to the thinner air of uncertainty. Whenever I hear anyone arguing for slavery, I feel a strong impulse to see it tried on impersonally. In the cherry blossom shade, there's no such thing as a stranger. I'm not saying I'm going to change the world, but I guarantee that I will spark the brain that will change the world. Not in his speech, not in his thoughts. I see his greatness, only in his actions, in his life. To believe in nothing is as ridiculous as to believe in everything. Reason and factual evidence may convert a belief into knowledge. The best discoveries always happen to the people who weren't looking for them. Because if you found meaning in your life, you don't want to go back. You want to go forward. Life is a waste of time, and time is a waste of life. So let's all get wasted and have the time of our lives. Yeah, all things live forever, though at times they sleep and are forgotten. A desire not to butt into other people's business is at least 80% of all human wisdom. Never get bitter. Life is a medley of good and bad ingredients. Strange how the best moments of our lives we scarcely notice except in looking back. Try not to become a man of success, but rather become a man of value. It was the living who ignored the strange and wonderful, because life was too full of the boring and mundane. Weißt du, nicht jeder Wort dein Talent sein können, aber das heißt nicht, dass du keins besitzt. And all the lives we ever lived and all the lives to be are full of trees and changing leaves.